guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to share with you a get ready with me using a bunch of the newer releases, a lot of my current favorite products, and a lot of products that have released just like this summer that I've been really into. I'm using the Norvina palette. I'm using a couple brand new launches that just came out this week. So if you guys want to know my thoughts about all of those products and how I got this look today, then just keep on watching. Alright, so before we get started, I have a couple new skincare products that I wanted to share with you guys and apply on camera. So this is new from First Aid Beauty. It's the Kona Eye Stick, and it's basically kind of like a cooling under eye product, but it's also supposed to be like an under eye primer. Basically act as like an eyeshadow primer, but for your concealer. And then this is new from Purlisse. It's the Watermelon Energizing Aqua Bomb. It has really cute packaging and it smells like watermelon. And it's just a gel moisturizer. I love gel moisturizers. I've basically just been using gels. Like, it's really lightweight, especially for summer. Since the spring, I've been using only gels. I've been using this for a week since it came out, but I use the Aqua Bomb from Patchology. I'm almost done with my second tube of that. And the Bee Hydra from Drunk Elephant. Like, I just really love lightweight gel moisturizers. And then I also wanted to share with you guys the self tanners that I've been using for my face and body, and I just wanted to share it because I'm not wearing any makeup right now, so you can see like what my complexion looks like. And normally for my face, I've been using this from Isle of Paradise. It's self tanning drops, so you just apply like 1 to 2 drops into your nighttime moisturizer and just apply like all over your face. And it's super minimal, and that's what I like. Especially I've been using these mostly when I get like weird tan lines, just to like even everything out. And then I use their self-tanning water in the shade medium. I also have the shade deep, but I feel like it's easier to mess up with the darker one. So I just use this because it's so low maintenance to me. And then they also have an even lighter shade. And I love it because you just like spray it on. It's like a setting spray, but you can just spray it onto your whole body. But I normally just use it for either my legs, or like I'll get really bad tan line. I think I covered it up like yesterday, like really bad like sports bra tan line, or just like that weird scoop because I walk to the gym in 100-degree heat every single day, and sometimes I don't wear sunscreen on like my chest or my shoulders, but then I get weird tan lines. So then I'll just apply this like right where I want to like even out my complexion. So I've been really into both of those. And then moving into primer, I'm going to be using the Skin Smoothing Primer from CoverGirl. Like, if I can't think of what primer to use, I end up using this one because it gives you a little bit of hydration. It gives you that like smoothing effect. And then I'm also going to use another product, so I don't want to have like too much of a hydrating base. And then I've also been super into the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. I wear the shade number 4. This is an awesome product. I try to use it as much as I can because I love the look of it. So it just has like this big, huge like doe foot applicator, and I just apply it all over. And it's basically like a liquid highlighter slash tinted primer in one. So I just wear this under my makeup, and I'll wear it normally with a little bit of a lighter foundation, but I think I'm gonna use a more full coverage foundation today. Let me actually use a brush with this. This is the Cream Cheek brush. I just pulled out a random brush from a Smashbox, just cause that way maybe it'll give me a little bit more of the effect. But normally I just like blend this out with my fingertips. So I'm really into the glowy effect of the Flawless Filter, and it doesn't actually like super even out your complexion, but I feel like the luminous finish just helps to like blur imperfections a little bit. I really like it. It's not as much as like a BB cream or something, but I just really like the effect that it gives. And then I'm going in with the Born This Way foundation in medium beige. I've been wearing this every single day for the past month, I think. And then I also have a brand new concealer. This is from First Aid Beauty. They just released a new makeup product. This is their Bendy Avocado Concealer, and it's supposed to be like a full coverage concealer. So I'm wearing the shade number 3, which is their light shade, and they have 7 shades. They all have neutral undertones. I wish that they had like maybe like 12 shades, because then you can have like different undertones and just like a little bit more variety, but this one, you can tell it's like a little bit orangey. I'd rather have like a warm concealer. I basically just use like one shade lighter than my foundation for concealer. I'm like pretty picky about it. And it actually reminds me a little bit of my Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer, because that has like a really nice coverage, but it has more of like a hydrating feel to it. Feels like really lightweight. It's definitely not a thick concealer like Shape Tape or ColourPop, or even my new Too Faced Sculpting Concealer. Like this one feels way more lightweight, but it gives you really nice coverage. So I'm just gonna take the ColourPop No Filter setting powder to set my under eyes and also the center of my face, and then I have a different powder to use for the rest of my face. This just gets like so messy. I have powder all over, but I do really like this powder. I keep forgetting to use it because I have like a brand new Too Faced Born This Way, which is also one of my favorites. This one's a little bit more mattifying. So definitely if you're wanting a more affordable powder, because I think this is like $6, and you don't want to get a high-end powder, check out this setting powder, because it's really, really lightweight and it's mattifying, but it's not drying. And I felt like the Laura Mercier, no, not Laura Mercier, the RCMA powder, I'm gonna have to get rid of that one because I was just kind of forcing myself to use it because I have it still, but I've had it for a couple of years, and I just feel like it's a lot more matte and like drying, like it looks powdery compared to the ColourPop powder. All right, so now for the new powder. This is from Laura Mercier. It's their Glow powder. So it's another loose setting powder from them, but it's a glow version, and it is translucent, but it has like a little bit of an illuminating effect to it. And I wore this yesterday and I just really loved it. And they came out with a new brush, and I applied it with a brush, and I felt like I was applying a lot. Like I'm really lightweight with powder, so I'm gonna go back to my e.l.f. stipple brush. And if you guys are familiar with the Lancome Absolute Powder, I mentioned this in my last month's favorites. It's like a very similar concept, but this is more highlighted compared to this new Laura Mercier powder. The Lancome powder, I can't set my foundation with because it would just look like I took like an Hourglass highlighter and put it all over my face. I like to use it when I set my face, and I just kind of top it off with a little bit of the powder. But this, you can use it to set your face, so that's what I'm going to do. And I actually went to the launch of this powder earlier this week, and Makeup by Mario is kind of like behind the campaign of this, I guess. And he was there applying it on Karen, I Love Sarah E. Just looks like super, super pretty. I just feel like this is something I'm gonna use all the time, because with translucent powders, I feel like they make my foundation look more makeup-y. And this, like, it sets your face, it sets your makeup. Like, my face is matte, but it makes my makeup look less makeup-y when I apply it. So I really, really like that. Like the light reflecting quality of this, because that's what it feels like, not like a highlighter. Like it's just kind of glowy, but in a very natural way. So I have definitely been enjoying this. This is only the second time that I applied it, but when I wore it for a full day with a full face of makeup, I loved it when I applied it. I loved the way that my makeup wore. It was still like the same as if I was using a translucent powder. So I really, really like this so far. I feel like it's one of those things where you just put it on and you're like, yes, that works for me. And right now I'm basically doing my standard foundation routine that I've been doing a lot lately, besides the new products that just came out this week. But this is the Smashbox Cali Contour Kit. Love this palette so much. I've been using it every single day since I got it, probably mid-June. So I just mixed together the bronzer and the contour shade, because the contour is a little bit too cool for me. And I like more of a subtle contour. And at that Laura Mercier event, definitely like the highlight of my summer. Anytime I go to these, like there's always gonna be a lot of YouTubers there, a lot of YouTubers that like I love and I've never met before. But I never ever would think that there's like reality TV people there. So I always show on my Instagram stories when I'm watching The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, like literally not even a guilty pleasure, because I'm like so like I just own it. Like I'm just like super, super obsessed with the show. And I could not believe that Rachel Lindsay, last year's Bachelorette, just like walked in, and I died. I was so excited because I never in my life would have thought that we would be in the same room together, or like anybody from The Bachelor. I actually saw, if you guys are familiar with this show, the first person I saw was D'Lo from Bachelor in Paradise last year, and from Nick's season, and also Jasmine. They were there together, and I'm like, I was just staring at them. I'm like, is that, like, I just wouldn't think that they would be at a makeup event. So then I saw Rachel walk in, and I'm like, okay, like, I need to meet her, even if I look like an idiot. And I probably did look like an idiot because I just went up to her and I'm like, hi, I'm a fan. Can I meet you? And I ended up talking to her for like 10 minutes at least. It felt like a really long time. I felt like I was like making good conversation, but I was so excited in that moment. And then I'm going in with the Norvina palette. I'm just gonna use, I think I'm just gonna do kind of like a go-to for me. I'm using the shade Electric with my Sigma E40. But definitely let me know if you guys are a fan of The Bachelor, you're watching Bachelor in Paradise right now, because I could talk about it like literally nonstop, and I probably do. I'm just like super into it, and I'm super into a lot of people on the show. So I don't know, I was just so excited when I met Rachel, and she was on like a couple podcasts that I listen to, because that's like all I listen to are like Bachelor podcasts. I listen to like a couple different ones, and she had a couple different interviews in the past week, so I got to talk to her about it a little bit, and she was just so freaking cool. Like, when you already think somebody's cool and then you meet them and then it just like makes them like 10 times cooler, I'm like, oh my god. I just thought it was so awesome, because literally like one of my favorite people from my favorite TV show ever. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of the shade Passion and just add a tiny bit to my outer corner. This is a Morphe M573. Their names are always complicated, so this one's actually just like a new brush, so I don't have it memorized, but this is a really nice one for blending that I got probably a couple weeks ago. I've just been using this brush a ton. I need to get some more because I end up washing it so often. I think I'm gonna use the shade Rose Gold. I'm trying to think of what tutorials I've done already on my Instagram, and I think I've done one using Summer and Celestial. So I'm gonna go in with Rose Gold. I might have done a look with this already, but I like all the shades, so I'm just gonna apply this, and it's like so vibrant. Like, it looks like a liquid metal shadow. But definitely let me know what shows you guys are watching this summer, because I feel like every day I log into Hulu or Netflix and try to find something, and then I give up after like 10 minutes and just go back to YouTube and just watch like makeup videos. But I definitely want to get into something else. Earlier this summer I watched all of The Handmaid's Tale. It's like the best, honestly, it's the best show I've ever watched in my life. It is so good. If you guys haven't watched it, it's on Hulu. It's based on the book, and then it goes beyond the book. I haven't read the book. I'm gonna read the book for sure. Like, I'm going to probably download it on Audible like really soon, because it's kind of been like on my to-do list this summer. But I almost felt like I was like watching and involved in the show so much, and just like reading like recaps and stuff. And that's the thing with me and like TV shows, like if I get into something, like I'm so into it that I can't like watch anything else, because I always have to listen to like podcasts analyzing the episodes and everything. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of drama to the outer edge of my eye. I want to say I've done almost this exact same look on my channel, but it's okay, because this is honestly something I do all the time with this palette. I just feel like it's a really great universal palette. I definitely like it more than Soft Glam, because I feel like with Soft Glam I really do need to commit to nighttime looks, and this one I could do more subtle daytime looks with too. And I think I'm just gonna add a mostly Electric to my lower lash line. Just a little bit of like a smudgy brown lower lash line. All right, so I just finished up my eyes with some lashes, Cocoa Lashes in Misha. Those are like the only lashes I ever wear. And then I'm gonna apply just a tiny bit of bronzer. This is the bronzer duo from Jouer. I'm gonna go in mostly with the darker shade. And I use the Buildable Cheek Brush from Smashbox. I already feel like my look is pretty bronzy, but I'll just add a little bit more. And I was gonna use a darker blush, but I wanted to keep like my skin glowy overall look and not do something like too mauve. So I'm gonna use Gold Rush from Benefit. This is one of my favorite blushes. It smells so good. I haven't used this in a little while because I've been super into my drugstore blushes, but I just love like this gold effect on my face. And I'm using my all-time favorite highlighter, Persona in Zuma, and I hit pan on my highlighter. I don't think I've ever done that. I don't think ever. This is also like a really, really soft formula. So that also is probably the reason why I hit pan already. But honestly, since I got this, I think, I don't know how many months it's been. Probably the beginning of the year. I probably wear it 5 times a week because it goes with everything and the formula just like glides onto your skin. And then Persona Cosmetics also just came out with some liquid lipsticks. This one is called OG. They are just matte liquid lipsticks. It really reminds me of like the Jouer formula where it's like very lightweight. It dries right away too. I've been wearing this one and the red shade, Holy Grail, it's so good. I'm pretty sure these are gonna end up in my favorites because I've been wearing both of those for the past week. The applicator is also cool. It has like a little indent in it. So I'm really liking that formula. It's super comfortable, really, really lightweight. And this color is like a little dark for the vibe that I'm going for. So I'm just gonna add a lip topper. This is from Girlactic in the shade Diamonds, just to kind of soften up the lip. But I feel like this is gonna be my go-to fall nude. All right, so this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed it getting ready with me. I haven't done a get ready with me on my channel since I moved into this apartment 2 months ago. So I definitely wanted to do one because I feel like I do so many of my tutorials on Instagram. So I want to do some more on here too. That way I can talk about the products and what's like my current favorite product and everything on here too, especially the Ravina palette, the Smashbox contour kit. Basically everything that I used is like one of my favorites. A couple things I'm still testing out a little bit, but even that Laura Mercier powder, it's only the second day I'm wearing it, but it just looks so good. And it wore for me really, really nicely the first time, and I was in very hot weather like the whole time I was wearing it. So that is everything for today's video. I will list all of the products in my description box. And if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you guys soon in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.